In 2001, I became involved in an investigation, whereas I knew the witness. He was a young guy, around 17 years old at the time, and we were close. I've been knowing him since he was a small kid. He played football, played basketball with me, and I was part of a group of detectives and prosecutor who we all worked together on cases. In this particular case, this young kid saw his friend murdered, broad daylight. And the shooter in that case was someone that many feared, but this young guy had no fear of him at all. And when it comes to dealing with cases, we always want to keep our witnesses safe. We want to make sure they're protected. I mean, we do any and everything we can to ensure their safety. And with this young man, I knew his moms, and we talked to his mother, and he was en route to going to further his education, and he was going to be leaving the area to go into, I believe it was Job Corps. So as the case go on, and me and him had private talks, and I wasn't trying to talk him out of being involved in the case. I just wanted to be sure that he wanted to be involved in the case. And I know we work for the victim. We have to work hard for any victim, their family, and we can't pick and choose who our witnesses are. This is just, part of their job. But with him, I just wanted to have dialogue with him because I was concerned about his safety, in a sense of that if you go away from the city to further your education, are you going to stay away? And so what we did was we got the witness protection people involved in the case. He was determined to be involved. He wasn't taking no for an answer. His mindset was, I saw my friend murdered, and I'm going to stand up to this guy. I'm not afraid of him. And even though he knew other people were afraid of this guy, he kept saying, I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm from the streets as well. Look, he murdered my friend. The case go on. We get to the point of trial. He's in a secure location. The location is so secure, I don't even know where he is. I have no idea where he is. And his family don't know where he is. And when you're in the program, you're not supposed to be in contact with anyone back here. You're not supposed to call anyone. If you want to contact someone, you go through the detectives that's handling that. And even if I wanted to talk to him, I have to go through the detectives in order to get in contact with him because I have no idea where he is, which is a good thing for everyone. So moving forward, we get close to the trial date. And a couple days before the trial date, someone, or he, contacts someone from the outside. And whoever he's talking to, whether it's family, whether it's a close friend, or whoever, someone from the neighborhood, they give him a message that was made for him. And the message is that everything is okay, we're not gonna bother you, everything is cool, along those lines, to put him at ease, to get him comfortable, to get him to come back into the neighborhood. Now he's 18 years old. So one day, a couple days before the trial, I get a phone call, middle of the night, maybe 3:30, that he just been shot. First thing that came to my mind is, how? That's impossible. But later, as we found out, he came back into the city. Oh, wow. I respond to the scene. When I get there, I see everything all roped off. As I'm walking down the street to where the scene is, I can see his mother. And I can see her looking up the street to where I'm coming down. And during that walk, my body just froze. It got to a defensive mode because I know when I get down to where the mother is, she's gonna smack me, she's gonna punch me in the face, she's gonna do something to me because she knows that her son, her baby, only got involved because I was involved. And I believe that as well. And I believe if I wasn't involved, I don't think he wouldn't have got involved. I think he felt comfortable because I was involved. I was part of what was going on. And that's the part that hurt so much. That's the heavy part that's on my heart, because he knew me, he trusted me, and I did everything I could with the people I work with. We put them in a real safe location, but someone got to him and convinced him. That's why you're not supposed to call back to the neighborhood. You're not supposed to be in contact with people from your hood and your environment. If you're going through this program, you're supposed to stay focused and just move forward and don't even come back to that. But he made contact with someone. They made him drop his guards. They had him believing that everything was okay. No one was going to touch him. No one was going to bother him. It's over with. Forget it. So that's what happens. So as I'm walking back to when I'm walking down the street, as I get close to where the mother is, the closer we're coming to each other, the more tense my body is getting. And as I got closer, she started walking towards me now. And oh man, when she walked up to me, I just closed my eyes. I didn't even want to see what she was gonna do. I just was gonna accept it. Even though it was police officers around and people standing there, man, I wasn't even gonna stop her from smacking me or hitting me, punching me, doing whatever. And she just grabbed me and hugged me. Oh man, my body just melted. I opened my eyes. She's crying and just crying and crying. I'm hugging her tightly, and no tears are coming out, but inside I'm pouring. I know I am. And my heart is dropped. I'm just consoling her. I'm not letting her go. She's holding me tight. I'm holding her tight. None of this is bringing her baby back, but she wanted to hug me, and she's telling me, Mitch, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And she's the mother who just lost her baby for participating in the case with us, and she's telling me it's going to be okay, because she knew I was feeling bad, because she know I'm trying to protect him. I'm trying to not really have him involved in this case, but it was just him. He was determined to stand up against a guy who he saw murder his friend. All of that it just took me to a whole different level of just being a detective, being a man, being a coach. It was just, the whole situation was just horrible. And I felt as though I let this mother down, I let this family down, and I most definitely let him down. That's how I felt. Even though he was strong, he was determined, he was going to be a witness, even if, oh man, it's sad. I mean, it's still sad to me. I can say that it's still sad. So that same morning, I didn't even go home yet, but I had went over to the morgue. They was going to perform the autopsy later that day, and I asked the doctor to give me a moment, give me some time. And I'm standing there with him, just him and I. I'm talking to him as if he's sitting up talking to me, talking about the good times that we had. I'm congratulating him for, now becoming 18, and just, oh man, I'm trying to hold back the tears, but I can't. Everything just started flowing. I started boo-hooing. It's just the two of us. I saw one of the morgue technicians look at me, ask me was I okay. I said, I'm good. And I just stood there, I held his hand, and just the tears just kept flowing. It's all on my shirt. I mean, wow, that case was tough. The trial ended up being dismissed. The guy got released, and we found out what happened on the scene was when he came back into the city that night, he was somewhere in the neighborhood coming from someone's house, and as he's leaving, this is like early 3 o'clock in the morning, he's leaving to go wherever he's going, and at the end of one block, there's a masked gunman. He see that person, he starts running up the street. The gunman is behind him. As he's getting closer to the corner, another gunman appears. So then he's trapped between two gunmen. So he runs up on someone's steps to a house of a stranger. And as he's running up the steps, both of them just boom, 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 boom. They just let off on him, and he's lying there. And the homeowner comes out there, see him there. The gunmen take off, and while he's running for help, he dies. And we were never able to find out who those two gunmen were, whereas we was able to arrest anyone. And as of today, I still think that case is open, and it hurts because here it is. This young man was standing up to do something that he believed in. He was doing something that most guys, people much older, would refuse to do. But he was 17 at the time, just turned 18, and he was sure that's what he wanted to do because he felt bad that his friend was murdered in front of him, and that this shooter was just cold-blooded. He wanted this day to stand up to this shooter. He wanted to look this guy in the face and tell him what he did to his friend. And that case still bothers me today. It really does.